everyone, welcome, and we are going into today's training all about the all or nothing mindset trap. And the truth, this is the truth behind what's keeping you stuck, is that all or nothing mindset. And you don't struggle with discipline as much as you think that you do. You struggle with this all or nothing mindset. And so today we're really going to break down that pattern so that you can finally stop restarting every Monday when that Monday never actually comes. Who's ready for some fun? Have you ever said, I fell off, so I might as well start over on Monday? Or if I can't do it perfectly, what's the point? Or I don't have enough time to get a whole workout in, so I'll push it to tomorrow instead. That one there I used to be really guilty of. And, or, etc. I had one bad meal, so now my whole day is basically ruined. If this is you, if you have said any of this or anything similar to this, today's training is for you. What the all or nothing mindset actually is, your brain only sees two options. One, perfect. Two, failure. What you focus on becomes your reality. And I want you to screenshot this slide right now. If you don't know how to screenshot, power button and your volume plus button on most phones should screenshot this, or you can grab the slides after today's training. If you're a client of mine, you'll have that accessible in the weekly live replay. But what you focus on becomes your reality. Your brain is such a powerful tool and an underused muscle. We all show up to a workout and put in the physical reps, but without the mental reps, you'll never achieve long-term success. And this is where most people fail. Your brain is always looking to support your thoughts with evidence. And if you tell yourself, I'm too tired, you're going to look for evidence to support that. So you will be right. If you tell yourself, I don't have time, guess what? You're right. And if you tell yourself, I don't have motivation, yep, guess again. You're right. You don't. So just like your brain will find evidence to support your excuses, it can also work in the opposite direction. So instead, challenge your thoughts and shift them to something more empowering, such as that I'm too tired. Instead, we can say, I have enough energy for the things that are important to me. And I know working out and fueling my body properly will actually give me more energy. The common excuse of I don't have time. One way to reaffirm this into a more powerful belief would be, I make time for the things that are important to me, taking back that power and that control. I schedule time to prioritize working on my goals. This is who I am. This is what I do. It is a daily non-negotiable for me. And then lastly, the I don't have motivation. Changing that, switching that to maybe I understand that motivation ebbs and flows, but I am disciplined and I identify as the type of person who I can trust to follow through on the things that I said I was going to do. Why your brain does this? You can't control your brain and the thought loop patterns that we find ourselves in, right? So it's like, if I were to just like smack you, your immediate thought is probably like, ow. And then probably like, what a bitch, right? But like, it wasn't a conscious decision. And so we need to accept the fact that we don't get to decide our thoughts, right? But we can control our actions or our reactions to when those thoughts arise and start to strengthen a new thought loop pattern over time by putting in the mental reps. Your brain loves certainty. It loves rules. It loves beginning and ends. And that's why we love the thought of starting on a Monday, right? We love the thought of Sunday being our reset day. Our brain likes to find these patterns and ways to like anchor in and have structure. But if So if you have this thought of like, if I can't do 100, I'll do 0%, or if I miss a workout, the whole week is ruined. This is what's keeping you stuck. This is what your brain's designed to do, right? And so why this happens is because it feels easier emotionally to quit rather than to be inconsistent. And so I want you to actually take a moment to dive into and look at where you are currently quitting because it's emotionally easier than the struggle of being inconsistent. Because let's be real, it's tough. When you set a goal in place and you don't follow through, it is emotionally difficult to accept the fact that we didn't do the thing. And so what happens is we end up just not doing it all. And I'm sure you girls have seen it with the amount of times I've started this like 100-day challenge with this like talking head. Like I think I'm on like attempt 3 or 4 or maybe like 10. I don't know anymore. But because my identity is like, I'm gonna do this, even when I screw up and I have to start over again, I'm like, oh, that sucks. But then I'm like, but this is who I am because I said I was gonna do this thing. And so every time I have to restart, I'm like, thank you for the opportunity to show me that I am serious about this. Like, yeah, I allowed myself to slip because I let my excuses get in the way. And now I get to double down because I said that I want to do something. The universe is going to test me and I'm going to continue showing up until I prove to myself in the universe that I am dialed in and I'm going to follow through on the things that I say I'm going to do. And the truth is that most consistent people that you admire also struggle with inconsistency along their journeys too. And the only difference between you and that version of you who actually has the results that you want or the person that you admire is that they relentlessly get back up and show up again. This is where the real results are actually built. That progress over perfection, right? The people who win aren't the ones who never slip up. They're the ones that don't let a slip up turn into a downward spiral. And the biggest thing that you need to drill into your brain to overcome this all or nothing mindset trap that is to remind yourself, hiccup, something is always better than nothing at all. And like I'd mentioned earlier, like one of the biggest things that I struggled with is if I didn't have a whole hour to do my full workout, I would end up wanting to push it to another day because I was like, well, if I can't get all of it done today, what's the point? I might as well just schedule for a day where I have more time so I can get the whole thing in. And that has led to me missing so many workouts versus just doing something and doing half an hour of the workout. I can't even imagine how many gains I've left on the table from allowing myself that excuse. And when I switch that to like just tell myself like something's better than nothing, if I just show up and if I just show up and do my warm up, if I just show up and do one exercise, one stretch, at least I'm still progressing and moving that needle forward and I'm still achieving a win, even if it's not like the full goal. And oftentimes you end up still falling through and doing more than you would set yourself up for. So really finding a way to like catch yourself because your brain's going to convince you to not do the thing. And so if you can make that barrier of entry lower and just showing up, that's the hardest part is just showing up. Once you're there, the momentum's already going. But that's the hardest part is overcoming and just getting there, right? And the identity shift that is required. This is where everything changes. The moment that you decide you are not someone who is on track or off track, that you are someone who shows up imperfectly rather than someone who lets one bad or hard moment decide the entirety of your day or week or even life, right? And so we're really focusing on one of these thoughts showing up imperfectly, oh my goodness, imperfectly is what's going to help build momentum. The moment that you let those hard or bad moments decide the trajectory of your goals, that is what's going to destroy that momentum and keep you stuck. And so instead of asking, was today perfect? Start asking, did I move just 1% closer towards my goals today? Just one small thing. What did I do today? And start to look for evidence to support it. Your brain is going to start to look for evidence. If you tell yourself every day I do something that works 1% closer towards my goals, your brain's going to start to look for evidence to support that. And then you're going to start to act in alignment with that version of yourself because your brain's going to seek it, right? So even if it's just a 10-minute walk or a protein-focused meal or drinking more water or showing up when you didn't feel like it, those small moments or those small wins are truly the building blocks to the big win or the overall success or result that we're seeking. The small daily decisions are what build your identity. And they can either be building you towards your dream identity and who you see yourself capable of becoming, or you're building a version of yourself that you're ashamed of. But it's really going to come down to the daily choices that you make. So what's the solution? How do we fix this? The next time that you slip up or fall off track, instead of focusing on something that's already in the past and that you cannot control, you already fucked up. Focus on the right next step. What can you do next? What can you do that's going to be a win? So maybe it's I overate at lunch or I got McDonald's at lunch. Okay, next meal's a normal meal. Just dial in next time. You missed a workout? All right, show up tomorrow. You hit the snooze and you told yourself you wouldn't? All right, tomorrow we're going to plug our phone across the room so that we're not hitting the snooze, right? We're constantly finding solutions to set ourselves up for success. We don't rise to our goals. We fall to our system. So making sure you have a good system in place, right? Every slip up, every time we fall off track, this is an opportunity to grow. This is an opportunity for you to strengthen the muscle of overcoming adversity, overcoming those obstacles. And that is what the universe is here for. It is going to test your commitment. When you say something's important to you and you start working towards this goal, we all have experience, life happens, and then we get swept up, and then it throws off our momentum. And that is the moment in whether we decide to keep showing up or we decide to stay down. That is what's going to make the difference. And so when the universe tests me, when life obstacles come, yeah, there's that moment of like, this sucks. I'm really frustrated. And then I have to like reshift my mindset and go, thank you. Thank you for challenging me. Thank you for the opportunity to grow. I realize that this might have been a linchpin or a weak link for me that has gotten me down in the past. I'm not going to let this happen next time. I'm not going to slip up next time. I'm going to find a new way to overcome this obstacle going forward. Because obviously the system I had in place maybe didn't work for me that time. But next time, I'm going to have a new tool in my toolkit to really help overcome this obstacle. And so the universe is really going to challenge you. Like, are you actually serious about this? Or are you only going to show up when it's convenient for you, when everything's perfectly aligned? And so the next time that you fall off track, thank the universe for sending that adversity your way to help strengthen your ability to overcome the next obstacle that life inevitably is going to throw out our way anyways, and look at it as the opportunity to put the reps in. Like we do in the gym, like we do for a bicep curl, we're doing the same mental reps when it comes to life throwing obstacles our way and overcoming them, so that the next time it becomes easier, right? And as we notice with progressive overload, one weight that felt hard for us at the beginning of our fitness journey no longer feels hard to us now. It might be our warm-up weight, or maybe we don't even touch that weight at all anymore because we're just too strong. And that's what's going to happen with our mind the more that we strengthen this muscle, right? So if you have been stuck in this cycle and you're ready to finally break free, this is exactly one thing that I would say is the main focus in my online coaching program and what we really dial in with my clients. This isn't just about a fitness or a nutrition program. This is a lifestyle change to becoming the person that you want to be. And to become that person, you cannot stay the same version of you that you are now, because real transformation is going to require you to shed those old habits, your mindset, your beliefs, and your comforts. And if you want to become the best version of yourself now, then you have to start acting like that best version of yourself now. It's going to require you doing the things that you see that version of you doing. So really getting a crystal clear roadmap. Like, how many days a week does she work out? How many days a week does she get out for a walk? How many days a week does she, what does she fuel her body with? Like, getting really crystal clear on that version of you that you know it would be like the 2.0 Kathleen version of you. Knowing who she is and getting really crystal clear will make it that much easier for you to carve the path and step into that version of you today. So you know exactly what you would need to do today in order to step into that version. So if that is, we don't currently work out consistently, but the version of you is, I work out 3 times without fail, without miss. Well, then today we're making sure we're getting that workout in. And if that's only workout number 1 for this week, that's okay. Then we're going to schedule in number 2, and number 3, and we're going to show up for them. And even if that's only showing up for one is going to be better than none, right? And so really challenging that all or nothing mindset and still showing up, even if it's not 100%. Even if we see Kathleen, I was doing 3 days a week, maybe to start, we're only getting into it once, and then we're building up to 2, and then we're building up to 3. But we need to start doing the actual actions that are going to be aligned with that version of ourselves. And I do have a few more spots available this week to book a quick strategy call so that we can dive a little bit deeper into how this all or nothing mindset is keeping you stuck and how we can create the perfect roadmap to success. And if you're ready, shoot me a message, let me know, and let's get you a call booked in before all of my spots fill up, ladies. And of course, we got homework. Of course, we got homework. So your homework after today's live training is going to be identifying what is one area where you're currently struggling with this all or nothing mindset trap, and go post in the group an opposing affirmation and also our biggest takeaways. And so bonus points for this one, add this affirmation to your daily morning. I wrote journey. I meant journal. Morning journal. So every morning I write out 3 daily affirmations, and personally, I don't switch them up. I have the same daily affirmations pretty much every single day because they are aligned with my overall values and my goals, and I like to really sit with it and start my day with that intentionality. And so when you pick those affirmations, yeah, it's fun to have new ones and explore different ones that are going to work and resonate with you for that day, depending on how you're feeling. But if we notice that this all or nothing mindset is really keeping us stuck right now, really getting a crystal clear affirmation that you can start to write out by hand, take a moment each and every single day intentionally where you're sitting and really dialing in, putting the reps to ensuring that that is now the new neural pathway, the new loop thought pattern that we are going to create for ourselves, versus continuing to strengthen the one of I don't have enough time, or I'm too tired, or I don't have motivation, so that when these obstacles inevitably come up in the future, you have a new thought pattern. I have energy for the things that I prioritize. I make time for the things that are important to me. I understand that motivation ebbs and flows, and I'm disciplined, and I'm the type of person who shows up even when I don't want to, even when it's difficult, even when it's not convenient, right? And really stepping into that and reaffirming and putting the reps into becoming that version of you. So homework is identify where is this all or nothing mindset keeping you stuck, write an opposing belief, just like we did with these examples here, and then go post it in the group, as well as posting your biggest takeaway in the group. And do we have any questions, ladies? I'm gonna stop sharing my screen here. This is me today, but we are getting our ass up and getting shit done. Let's go, Miss Naomi. That's what we like to hear. What area right now for you where you are finding that all or nothing mindset is affecting something specific, whether it's the workouts, our nutrition, our habits? Where is that coming up for you specifically?
Here, I'll put on my thingy, but I can't even English right now. I think I am definitely thinking the thought of I am too tired right now. And absolutely, I am very tired. I think in the past 2 days, I've had maybe 8 hours of sleep. Not great. But I was talking to you earlier, I was like, I'm bad with just wanting to do it all or not doing it at all. So I'm like, I need to just go and just do even a 5-minute walk or even just part of the workout. Cause I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm still extremely sore because I need to feel my body a bit more. That's an issue. I'll definitely say that. We've identified that. I need to do groceries. That's probably the main issue there. Anyways, we're gonna get it done. There's a lot of things, but even today, I might dial it down for the workout because I can't really move, but I'm still going to do the workout. So it might not be all of the workout, might only be some of the workout, but I'm still going to go up to my little fitness room upstairs, wrestle those silly adjustable dumbbells that I love so much, that are great to have actually, but oh my God, they're a pain in the ass when they don't want to work. So that'll be a workout on its own. So it's fun. Oh my gosh. The other day I was like, holy crap, they won't come because you got to put them back in the base. And then if you don't put it properly, it's very particular. They're very finicky. It won't come out. So you have to basically have to toss it on its side. So this is like 52 pounds of weights that you're just trying to throw around. So you can imagine it's an
Hmm.
interesting sight. Anywho, that's basically where I'm at. So we're gonna get it done though,
I
because
love
I think
it.
I'll feel better after, and maybe I'll even have more energy. That's
Yes.
to be seen. We don't know yet, but usually I do. So
Yeah, because naturally, like working out and showing up and doing the hard thing is going to boost your dopamine and your endorphins, and that's going to naturally boost our mood and how we feel, right? And so honing into that feeling, as well as reminding yourself that we know movement is the best medicine. And even when we have a gruesome leg day and it is hard to sit on the toilet in the morning, that going for that walk, even though we might be wobbling through it and walking a little silly, that those matter so much when it comes to recovery, because if we don't move our body when it's sore and it's tight like that, it's going to make things worse. It's going to stall progress and it's going to stall our recovery as well. And so movement, getting that blood flow going, is going to help support bringing nutrients to those sore areas and really help repair the areas so that your muscle is getting the building blocks, those amino acids, to be able to help repair the areas so that you aren't so sore going forward. Miss Bailey, I've been
I
watching
just saw
Wobble all
that.
day at
Ditto girl. Ditto girl. I
work.
like I didn't know the my elbow creases could be sore, but apparently that's a thing. So that you're having me like, girl, I don't know what's in these new workouts you're doing, but like they think they're on steroids, because like I don't feel like I felt like this one. Maybe it's because I was doing all the things properly, but I didn't I didn't feel all of these different. I'm like, what? I have to say, one thing I'm frustrated with myself with. Sorry, I don't want to take up too much time because other people obviously need to talk. But I had put an alarm for earlier because I was like, okay, I'm going to take a nap, because I told you I was taking a nap today, and I did
Yeah,
take a nap because
I take
I
a
I
nap
need
now.
I was going to take a nap now, but the nap went a little longer than expected. I put on my
Mm.
alarm. I had it all set up, but for some reason, I don't know why I rely on my iPhone. I need to just get a proper alarm. The damn thing didn't go
Mhm.
off, and I woke up right before this live, and I was so mad because I was like,
Oh,
I was good.
hey, you
I was
made
gonna.
it.
I did make it. I did make it, but I had put it on so I could go for the walk beforehand and then maybe start my workout actually during the live. I was going to listen in obviously and still respond, but I was like, I can multitask. I do like 25 things at once. But then I didn't. So I was like, okay, well, you know what? We'll just be present with the live, and then after we will go sort our lives out. So that's what we will be doing shortly. I'm going to get food in me, and then I'm going to go for a walk and walk it off, and then we'll go work out. So I'm not quite too bloated. So yeah.
Hell yeah. I love that she's got a plan to execute. Like you're already like, you know what? I've already figured it out. I already know how I'm gonna like fix this, right? And that's really like the what we'd mentioned on, was it yesterday's training, that you don't rise to the level of your goals, you fail to the level of your systems, right? And so noticing that life is chaotic, it's unpredictable. There are things that are going to happen that are outside of our control, like us sleeping through an alarm, and we didn't plan for it, but it happened. And that is the universe testing you today, going, hey, Naomi, you said you're going to do this challenge. You said you're going to do a walk today. You said you're going to get a workout in. All right, we're going to add a little bit more difficulty because it's just been too easy with you crushing the first 2 days of the challenge, that, we got to we got to add a little speed bump for you and see how she
Add a little
overcomes that.
spice. Add
Exactly.
a little
And in
something,
this
something.
moment, say thank you, universe, for the opportunity to prove to myself that I'm capable of overcoming this obstacle.
I will say thank you to the universe. I feel like I sound like ChatGPT now, but anyways, okay, I'm gonna leave the floor because I feel like I've been monopolizing the time, and I don't like doing that, and everyone
No, you're
deserves
all good. Thank
the
you
floor.
for coming in and sharing how your day's been coming and how you're going to set yourself up for success going into the rest of your day after it didn't go quite as planned. That is very relatable to many here, I'm sure, right?
No problem.
Anyone else have any questions for me? Ooh, I think we're good today. Oh, we got almost
Sorry,
Kathleen coming in hot.
I'm I'm cooking, so I'm shifting things around. I'm trying to make dinner. Um, I honestly I've been kind of working on my homework, and I'm struggling with that one today.
Which homework? Which one?
Today's I
Like
don't know. I
the
guess I
affirmation?
feel that well, I guess I just feel like I'm currently in this moment. Not gonna lie that it's just in this moment, I feel like I have things dialed in and I'm not expecting perfection from myself right now. Right now, let me qualify that. But I mean, so I'm trying to, yeah, I'm just trying to dial that in. And it's percolating in my brain.
Okay. And so what's one area right now in which like we feel we have overcome this all or nothing mindset trap?
I do have a few of those where I feel like I've overcome it.
Okay.
Like, so I do have that.
So what does that look like for you?
Um, well, like I said, I've written down a few that I'm just trying to now pick one that I really want to focus on and dial in on. But so it's I just like I don't know why I was struggling with this one tonight. So that helps that if I can go with one that I know that I'm still working on overcoming,
Yeah.
but I'm currently on the positive side of that.
Yeah.
I'll go with those.
I love that. I love that. I love that we're in a good space right now where it's like, you know what? I'm actually in some good momentum where like this mindset hasn't been keeping me stuck right now because I have been showing up and I have been setting up better systems for myself where for this week we made a meal plan and we put it on the fridge and we shared it with our family so that we had that extra accountability and support with setting ourselves up for success, but actually following through on the things that we said we're going to do with nourishing our bodies. And then it was like, okay, yesterday was setting an alarm and getting up half an hour earlier because we knew that we weren't going to get that workout in the evening or that we tend to not. And so that we set up a better system in place there so that it wasn't this all or nothing where we get to the evening, we do nothing at all, but instead we're going to wake up a little bit earlier and maybe we only got half the workout in, or maybe we're just badass and we got the whole thing in, right? But that's what's going to help set you up for success is challenging that and finding a way around it when we versus before might have just thrown in the towel and been like, oh, well, it just didn't happen.
Yes, exactly. So, okay. Now that
So
kind
for
of
you,
helps.
if you're in a place right now where like that's not affecting you, then your homework is just sharing something that you have overcome and that how this all or nothing mindset used to keep you trapped and how you're currently overcoming it. And I think that would be really
Okay.
beneficial for the ladies to hear from you.
Okay. Sounds good. Thank you.
Yeah, of course, of course. Any other questions, ladies, before we head off? Going once, going twice. Sold to the highest bidder. I love it. I love it. So, ladies, homework is going to be identifying one area in which the all or nothing mindset is keeping you stuck. Number two, challenging that with an affirmation. And it's got to be something that you at least slightly believe. If it feels like total bullshit, your brain is not going to accept it as truth. And so you have to make sure that you're using evidence to support it as well when you're thinking about, okay, if this doesn't feel possible for me right now, where is somewhere in the past that I've been able to show myself that I can, or that I've overcome adversity, or when I did something really hard and I shocked myself. Like looking at past evidence can be helpful with setting ourselves up for success going forward as well. Bailey, great live. Always nice to see the positive vibes from everyone. Thank you so much for joining us, Miss Bailey. I'm super glad you're able to hop on today. Don't forget, post your homework, go post your biggest takeaway in the group so that the other ladies are feeling super inspired to watch the live training replay once it's up this evening, and then they can go execute their homework and go post their biggest takeaway. And then tomorrow's live, a little time switch on you guys, which I know is a little bit more difficult with our schedules, but tomorrow we will be live at 1 p.m. MST, which would be 12 p.m. for my BC girlies and 3 p.m. Eastern for those ladies out in Ontario. So a little daytime live again. Attending today's live and going to tomorrow's live is what's going to enter you in for a chance to win the last $20 Amazon gift card, as well as enrolling you into the grand prize of 1 free month of coaching. On Friday, we will be announcing that. So you'll have access to all of your stuff until Friday, until we announce, and then we will be able to celebrate our challenge winner. Woo! I'm so excited, and I'm really sad that these 4 days are coming so quickly to an end, but it's been so much fun having you all. And tomorrow we're going to be really diving into motivation, our momentum over motivation, so that we can really kickstart and propel you ladies into the summer, so that we keep this momentum going, and that it's not just a 4-day thing, but this is a lifestyle thing. Let's go. Let's go. Enjoy the rest of your beautiful evenings, ladies. I look forward to seeing you in the community and on tomorrow's live to wrap it all up. We got this. Let's go finish this thing strong. Bye-bye.